Hey guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan. I guess you saw on the way in that I got a new title card and got a new opener and closing credits, a blank title card and such. And special thanks goes out to James Harrell over at James Harrell Design. I got his name up here on the board. He contacted me and said, hey, would you like a boilerplate opener for your channel? He says, I'm a graphic artist and I'd like to see you with a better opener. And I appreciated that, and we worked together. And you know, as most artists are, you know, it's always a process, and I've learned to work with various artists. And James is real easy to get along with. And the thing about working with artists is probably 90% of them, and when I say artist, that's very broad, whether it be an actor or a musician or a sculptor or a painter or something like that. Many of them don't handle criticism well, even if they're working for you. James, man, he took to it like a fish to water, and he, you know, I gave him kind of a broad spectrum of what I was looking for, and he nailed it on the second try, and I loved it. And any little changes I made, you know, he doesn't take them to heart. He's real easy to work with, and he goes, oh, you want this change, that change, whatever, no big deal. But I've always been very careful about approaching artists because I know how they can be. And but James isn't like that. He's very easy to get along with, and we exchanged quite a few emails and got everything worked out. And so those are going to show up on my weekly updates and probably on my little weekly shorts videos. So James, thanks again. And any of you guys that need any graphic work done, like I say, James is real easy to work with. Shoot him an email. It's James Harrell Design. He's got a website with a very nice portfolio there. You can go check it out. It's jamesharrelldesign.com. Go figure. And his email is james@jamesharrelldesign.com. So it just keeps getting bigger. But anyways, thanks again, James, and hope you guys like the new title card and the new opener in there. All right. This week I'd like to welcome you to week update number 10 with a new facelift, and we're now in double digits for a week update. I don't have snazzy names like some of you guys have thought of, mainly because I have no taste and I lack imagination. I don't have Saturday Night Special. I don't have Monday Night Meatloaf. I don't have Sunday Night Nightcap. Or the various other things. You guys have thought of some very clever names. So my weekly update is just my weekly update. That's all it is. Anyways. During the week, there was a tool in my palette that I recovered that I thought I had Tom Lipton stumped on. I should have known. You know what? You mess with the bull, you're going to get the horns. You know what else I found? You mess with the ox, you're going to get the horns. Anyways, I took a picture of it with a measuring tape down on it, and I'm going to show you that picture right now. Here, let's get to that. And we're back, and I thought I had old Tom stumped on that, but he fired back on me right away. Boom, knew exactly what it was, what exactly it was used for. And in broad strokes, yes, it's a pry bar, but it's a very specific pry bar that was manufactured for a very specific use. Maybe I won't tell you what it is, but Tom nailed it right away. I got a text back within 5 minutes. Naming it off and knowing exactly what it was. But I thought I had him stumped. And you know what? Tom would probably have to be the most difficult person to buy a gift for birthday, Christmas, whatever. Most guys where my wife says, Stan, can you get a present for my dad? Or can you get a present for my brother? You know what? No problem. We go to Sears, we go to most places, and I can buy gifts for other guys, no problem. Tom would probably be the exception to the rule. Probably because he has about everything. He's at least one of everything. If not, he's seen it and he doesn't need it. Anyways. Okay, moving on. Work. We got all our rotators and conveyor shields and everything manufactured here in the shop, and got them all out to the job site and got them all installed this week. Got all the rotators dialed in on that conveyor line. But there's a little more shop work that we did, and it was just bending hangers to hang doors on. The customer hired me to bend these endless hangers, and they just kept going and going and going. But here's a couple quick shop vids of us putting those hangers together. And back, and that was probably pretty dull to look at. I just kind of powered you through that. Okay, so we got all our hangers done. Rotators are already installed. With the hangers complete, we have the capability now to go out to the job site and hang doors on the line as they're intended. And this first little bit of video is me loading the line for the first time and checking rotators. Conveyors running, and I'm scrambling around. That conveyor can keep one man very busy, so I'm actually feeding the conveyor at one end, feeding him through the manual section in the spray booth, checking rotators on the way into the spray booth, on the way into the oven, and basically filling the line for the first time, getting it filled up. So I'm kind of scrambling around and trying to do a tour and videoing at the same time. This is a little bumpy. It's not sped up. If you don't like it, tough, but fast forward through it. Yes, my camera work sucks. All right, let's cut to that. And here we are getting every single door hung sideways intentionally on our new hangers. And we're testing rotators. We have to make sure each carriage rotates properly. And rotates the door 90 degrees, ready to go in to the conveyor slot. Pretty busy queuing up. We're queuing up our next door, waiting for these dogs to pick them up and run them down the line. And we've got dogs coming in on that track right there at the pickup point right here. So we're busy. We're checking rotators, we're delivering doors, we're running doors through the spray booth. We've got our conveyor shields done. That is a brush seal running down the center. You can probably see a little bit of daylight through there as that seal goes over the light fixtures. They just finished painting the spray booth. And back on the hook. So this is the basically the unstacked department. And we're rotating another one now. And doink. Another door rotated, get delivered to the booth. Pickup's going to pick up another one. And we can queue another one up ready for the next pickup right there. And we've got doors on their way to the second rotator. We'll go ahead and put these in an unsafe position. Put them on here sideways and check that rotation station. And now our door's knife edge and heading to the booth or the oven. All right, and we got to go over here and keep feeding it. We just dropped one off here, so we can send this one all the way through. That one's not dropped off yet. That one just got picked up. We got a fresh door to deliver over here to the next queue up point. The conveyor can keep a single guy very busy. All right, queued up. Another one ready to drop off right there. Some free wheels through the booth. On to the next dog. Let's test this rotator. Sideways, unsafe position. Click. Okay, good. Rolled over, no problem. Where are we at here? Up on another door, rotated fine. Doing good, getting ready to get delivered to the booth. Pickup station just picked up. Fresh doors, you need to get on the line. All right, drop off point there. Got another one delivered in the booth. This will go all the way through. Ready to check rotation over here. Busy, busy, busy. Man, I'm feeling like I Love Lucy right about now. Okay, Earl, speed it up. Okay, another knife edge, nice. See where we're at here. Rotated fine there. Good deal. All right, I got about another 15 or 20 minutes of this, and I can let it run for a while. And back. Now we've got the line loaded. The line can run for a little while. You know, after everything's out of the booth, everything just kind of runs automatic, runs through the oven, runs through the cool down area, and back over to where it gets taken off the line. This next little video segment is where the parts come off the line, and they're coming in knife edge, and we want them to stack. And instead of, and what I'm getting ready to show you is about a 25-minute video, but I'm speeding it up to 16 times so you can see how the stacker works when the doors are coming off the line. Now this required no human intervention, so basically this part of the system can run unattended. So here, let's cut to the stacker. And we're back. And yeah, the doors stack up pretty nicely, and the customer's very pleased with the automatic rotators we put in. Now here's just another quick video clip. Just today, customer finally started pulling the trigger in that booth, line running, and customer's painting parts. And he's so far he's pretty happy. So here, we'll cut to that, just a real quickie. And painters learning how to use it, and trying to get a pace down, and figuring out what conveyor speed he wants to run at and how long it takes him to paint a door. So here we go. Running too slow?
It's going to fluctuate depending on the size of the door. So.
Okay, well it's just a matter of walking over there and just going just a little bit on that speed pot. it's actually very good to see the customer using our equipment, and so far they've been very pleased with everything we've done. That's about a 2 or 3 man system there. You'd have 1 man loading the line. Basically they're sanding and masking, if there's any masking to be done. Some doors have windows and things in them. So if there's any masking to be done, they'd be sanded and masked and put on the line. And then they go to paint, so that's your second person. You require a painter. And then the third would be the guy at the end of the line. He would be doing 1 of 2 things. He'd be taking them from primer and running them back around to let them go through the paint side, or if they're already painted and cured, he's going to be applying hardware to the doors, hinges, and whatever goes on a door, and getting it off the line and getting it out and into shipping. So so that's a 3 man line, and that cuts it way down, and they never have to pick up a door ever again. The door goes on the line and doesn't come off until it's done. They were handling doors in the old manual way. Each door would have to be picked up and moved and put on a different cart, rack, whatever, about 8 times. Now it goes on the hook once and doesn't come off until it's finished. So time saving, absolutely. Effectiveness and quality of work, it's all there. Handling the doors, you're always going to risk bumping it, scratching it, dinging it, damaging it, whatever. After it's on the hook, it can be handled very gingerly. So yeah, lots of room for improvement there. Good production system. So that project's at a close. Last up, angles, little angle squares. Here's a little cut scene to that, and I had a little bit of time, so I've been working on some 3-inch, and here's a little bit of layout we got, and I'll show you that. Here's a little bit. Got a few squares done, ready to go to hardening. If you see your name on there, you got a pair coming at you. Alright? If you don't see any names on there, those are available. But you can see how fast they go. And you know what? I've sold my personal squares several times now. I had some 60-30s. I throw them in my box. I got them all set, and I don't have any 60-30s planned, and some guy pops up and says, "Hey, I'd like to buy a pair of 60-30s. So I pull them out of my toolbox and sell them. But this is the latest batch. I do have... this just came in, and this time I ordered genuine Starrett oil hardening stock. So this is 2-inch and 3-inch. And the reason I went with the higher priced stuff, I went... Last time I used the Inco no-name brand. It came in, no country of origin, no idea where it came from, but it had a lot of hard and soft spots, and I'm sure it'll harden fine, but it was very difficult to machine, and it burned up a lot of tooling. So I'm hoping this Starrett material is a little more forgiving. So we'll see, on our next batch. So we've got batches 3-inch and 2-inch coming up, and the 2-inch will be split up. I'll probably do about 2/3 of it of the 45s, and then the other third of it will be the 60-30s. But we got more coming, guys. All right. I'm sorry I don't have any pending orders right now. A lot of inquiries, and a lot of people want to buy them. When I got them ready. So I'm getting them ready. We're getting there. And I'm back. And you saw I named some of the lucky recipients of some of the angles there. I think there was 3. I think there was 3 there that were unaccounted for. So if you need some angle squares, shoot me an email right there at the top of the board. Another thing I'm working on is a variant to the angle squares that I already make, and I'm not going to show you any pictures or anything like that because I'm still working on sizing, and I want to use them myself first, and then I may send just one. It's not a pair of angles anymore, and it's not really for machinist use, but Tom's been my test bed. He doesn't mind. I give him free tools, and he gets to play with them and tell me what he likes and hates about them. So it works out really good. So I'm going to send Tom one of these variants. It's not a pair of squares. It's one square, and it has a specific purpose. And I'll say it's more for sheet metal work. And Tom's got a break and thing up stuff up there, so I know he dabbles in sheet metal. I know he did it professionally, I think, for some time, but I know he's got sheet metal capabilities there at his shop. So I'm going to send him one of these angles, squares, after I'm happy with it, and send it up there and then see if he hates it. Or he loves it, whatever. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But it's specifically tailored for sheet metal. And like I said, I'm still working on the sizing and some of the features of it. So stay tuned for that. So that's my week. New title card, bunch of work, a little bit of shop work, a lot of field work, wrapping up a job and finally getting off of there. Played around with a few angles and doing some prototyping on some angle squares. Thanks everyone for your support. Thanks everyone for your subscriptions. And we'll see you next week. And stay tuned for weekend shorts. I've got little short video clips on specific subjects that I'm going to squeeze in during the week. Stay tuned for those, but this is my weekly show. All right, guys. Have a good weekend, and next week, try to have a good week. See ya. Bye.